everyone, this is Kurt ASMR. I hope you're doing really well today. So today I'm trying something different. I'm at a low angle and I wanted to do a things I've been loving lately video, but I wanted to do with just a bit of a different angle and just fast, a bit more fast and aggressive and chaotic. So do some table scratching as well. So somebody suggested I do pay attention. Somebody suggested I do the things I've been loving lately, things I'm loving right now, things I'm loving this month. There's different ones. And when I searched on YouTube, it seemed like a lot of them were all from 2 years ago. So maybe this is a trend from 2 years ago. I don't know. I'm not a trendy person, and I never will be. And so I just thought it was a great idea. Listen. I thought I would do it. Shh. That's all. I just thought I would do it. And some of these things are going to be objects, and some of these are going to be stuff I've been enjoying, TV, and stuff like that. So, what should we do first? Should we do a book? Let's do a book. Okay, so lately I've been loving, very recently, since last night, I've been loving this book. This is a French book called La Délicatesse by David Fokinos. And this was a book that my French teacher, I have French lessons online with a teacher, and my French teacher kept setting me exercises using the extracts from this book as an example, and she didn't tell me to, but I thought I would finally pull the trigger and buy it. It's a modern, from what I can read, and my comprehension isn't great, but it's a modern romance, a modern romance kind of novel, it's dating novel, kind of like Nick Hornby, if you know Nick Hornby type books, and I don't know who else would be a contemporary example, I don't know, and I've literally read the first page, and when I started reading the first page, I realised very quickly that there's loads of vocabulary that I don't have, so when I sit down to read this, I'm going to have to look up on the Google Translate what certain words mean, so that I guess can increase my vocabulary, but then it's going to take me ages to read this book, but at least hopefully I'll learn some French. And it's not, you can see that it's not too long as well. It is only 117. No, really, no. I'm trying not to spoil it. 210 pages. So, 210 pages. So yeah, that's David Fokinos, La Délicatesse. The other book I've been loving lately is this one. My bookmark that my wife got me is in the way. I love this knitted Darth Vader bookmark, but this is Scenes from a Revolution. And it's about it's kind of a sort of Hollywood history of the 4 movies that were in Oscar contention in 1968, I think. It's 67 or 68. Bonnie and Clyde, Sidney Poitier in I think it's Heat of the Night. I can't remember. I think it's in Heat of the Night. The Graduate, and Dr. Dolittle, the 60s Dr. Dolittle. So it's an interesting Hollywood history, and I'm loving this because I've been terrible at reading lately, and recently I got new reading glasses, and so I've been loving reading lately. Yes, I've been loving reading lately because I got new reading glasses, so it has made a massive difference, but yeah, I do. I'm at that age where I do need reading glasses now, but I've had driving glasses for a while, and now, I need reading glasses, but what's my bookmark? So I use movie lobby postcards as bookmarks generally, Star Wars Wars one. It's actually from a calendar. Luke Skywalker there. That's the one I'm using for this one. But I used to collect like lobby cards. They don't give them out as much now, but movie like postcards. And yeah, I use those for my bookmarks, and I've got loads. So anyway, these are my reading glasses. So I'm loving these because they allowed me to read more clearly. They're actually Defender, like Land Rover Defender glasses, which I didn't kind of realise at the time. I didn't, but it seems like every brand is getting in on glasses now. So like Victoria Beckham, Elton John. My driving glasses are Converse, and I love the Converse ones. I have Converse Clear and Converse sunglasses. But these are my Land Rover Defender reading glasses. I don't own a Land Rover. Land Rover, if you're watching and you want me to send me a Land Rover, I am not going to complain. But these are the glasses. Obviously, I can't put them on because I'm a no face. But I like the design. It's classic blue. I saw some Calvin Klein ones just like these, but I don't know. These seemed a bit sturdier. They've got like a little metal bit there, which gives it a bit of strength, and it says Defender on there. And yeah, they are. I'll put them on now, but yeah, there's no point because you can't see. But they make things really, for me anyway, obviously my prescription, they make things really clear. So and yeah, so obviously I'm loving those because they allow me to read and see clearly. Okay, next thing, pay attention, shh, pay attention. You pay attention, you pay attention. Next thing I've been loving is my summer fragrances. We're in the middle of June, and I got my, start of like summer, like meteorological summer is when I got out my summer fragrances to start using, because I only have limited storage here at the moment, so I put my summer fragrances away when it's winter, and vice versa, put my winter fragrances away in summer, so I did that. And this is one I've been really loving revisiting. This is Kenzo Homme Eau de Parfum. It's not low Kenzo. This pouch is for a different Kenzo fragrance, which I since used up. But I got this as a gift set with I always forget, with a bath bag. So it didn't come in a box. But I do like this pouch, and it sounds good. It's still the same brand, still Kenzo. This is the fragrance, like, it's always nice when I can revisit my summer fragrances. And I have quite a big collection. I have about 30 fragrances. You can go check out my fragrance collection video. But this one is just one I've been really loving revisiting. I go through phases with fragrances where some I get a bit bored of. I don't wear them as much, and I think I sort of had that with this. I didn't wear it as much. And it smells amazing. Comes in this sort of bamboo Japanese katana sword. Kenzo's obviously a Japanese designer house. This is an old fragrance. It's discontinued, so it was released in 2016. I have a funny story about this. I actually smelled it in an airport in France and sprayed it on myself, and I went to sit down in like the waiting area where you wait for your plane, and there was a couple, like they were a French couple, they sat next to me, and the guy got up and left and moved away from me because he did not like the smell of this, and I felt so awful and self-conscious. I went to scrub it off, and I didn't buy it that time. I actually bought this like online, maybe like a year later. This was during the pandemic, so yeah, there was no one around to smell it. But my wife really likes this. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and it's basically like a strong aquatic. So and the sprayer is like a button like that. So it sprays like that, and it's really, really nice. It's like it's an aquatic, but it's very deep. It's a deep aquatic. It's got lots of like herbals and florals in it, which give it like it's not like a light and airy, salty aquatic. say it smells like Invictus Aqua, but everyone says that because that was like the big perfume back in like 2015, 2016. And I mean, there probably is a little bit of a similarity in there with what they've done, because they do copy each other. They do follow trends. Like right now, it's all about like elixir and stuff. But I love this. It's really nice. It's really, really. There's a little fly there. There he goes. It's really just refreshing. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing another Kento fragrance, which is Low Kento Intense, which is like my wife's favourite fragrance on me. But yeah, this is one I've just been really loving revisiting after neglecting it for a while. Okay, next. I want to talk to you about things I've been loving, like on TV. My latest obsession is the TV show Columbo. It's like the detective show from the 70s and 80s and 90s actually. Oh my god, I've become obsessed with that show. You may have just seen bits of it, or you're aware of him. You know, Peter Falk plays a detective Columbo. He wears like a dishevelled mac, and he's got sort of curly hair. And he always says just one more thing when he's like interrogating the killer. I only ever watched like a full episode a few years ago when I sprained my ankle and I wanted to watch a comfort show. And I thought, I've never watched an entire episode of Columbo. So I did that. Let me know if you've ever watched a whole episode or you like Columbo. But they're all on a streaming service here in the UK. And sometimes they're edited because they're shown during the day, like some of the murders are edited and stuff. And Murder, She Wrote's another one I really enjoyed, but I haven't been loving that lately. But I did go through a Murder, She Wrote phase as well. But Columbo's great because the premise is you always see the murder happen at the beginning of the episode. And then, so you know who the killer is, but it's how Columbo is gonna like catch them, because he's like a brilliant detective, and it's like how he's gonna solve the murder, and he like badgers the murderer, and I just love it. And what I'm loving is like you watch like these episodes and you'll see like these amazing like guest stars, like guest murderers. Like the one I watched last night had Kim Cattrall in it. She wasn't a murderer. I don't think, I've not finished the episode yet. She might have like been in on it slightly. We don't know. I'm halfway through this one. You like these big like big stars that are like guest murderers. Like I watched the last ever Columbo episode, and Matthew Rhys, the Welsh actor, who you know from is it The Americans? He was like the last Columbo killer in the last episode they filmed in like the early 2000s. And it's just become like a real comfort show for me. It's just easy to put on. They're like an hour and a half long, sometimes less. And yeah, it's just easy to watch. Sorry, I'm on my knees. Sorry, it's a bit uncomfortable. The other thing I've been enjoying lately, like on TV, is Wimbledon. Like I got into like Wimbledon like a few years ago as well, and I enjoy watching the tennis on TV. And for like so long, I didn't really understand the rules, but I've been loving it lately. And like there's a British guy, Arthur Ferry, who's just got through to the quarterfinals. But I would just enjoy it anyway. I love watching the big stars like Djokovic and Sinner and Alcaraz and the women's like Mertens and Rabalinka. Anyway, it's just so compelling to watch, and I love it. It just feels very like British. I've never been to Wimbledon. I'd love to go one day, but I love just the greenness of it and the Britishness of it, and watching some good tennis matches. It's almost like it's on for like 2 weeks. It's almost like a mini holiday in the middle of June from what you'd be normally doing. And I enjoy the World Cup as well, but not as much as the tennis. But yeah, the World Cup, my wife's kind of more into the World Cup at the moment. Yeah, I really love the tennis. And to bring it back to fragrances, I might have even recently bought myself a tennis-themed fragrance. If you know, you know. Maybe you could Google it. But I'm going to be doing a haul including a tennis-themed fragrance. I treated myself to that recently, so I'll do a video about that. So yeah, those are the kind of things like on TV I've been enjoying lately. All right, let's do this. Here's another thing. This is Superdrug Hydrate face wash. This is like one of the most recent face wash I bought, and I never tried it before. I love the blue bottle with the design, with the water droplet design, and it has like the bubbles like frozen in there, and I love that. It's so. Can you see that? What do you think of that? I love it. It's just so, I love the colour, and this was a really good price. This was like £5. I always like to try like a new face wash when I run out of my other one. I don't know if you like to do the same, but yeah, as you can see, it's a pump action one, and this is unscented, so it's obviously like designed for people with really sensitive skin. It says gel cleanser with hyaluronic acid, suitable for all skin types, but it's unscented, so it doesn't smell of anything. It's just really clean, and I really like the consistency of it as well. It's not too thick, it's not too watery. They've just got it just right, and it feels really smooth on your skin. And I don't know if I've noticed a massive difference. I guess I use a tea tree facial wash other days. I like to mix it up, sort of, yeah, weekdays and weekends. So this is my weekend face wash, and yeah, I've been loving this lately as well. And I've got lots left because I only bought this a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, so I'm loving that. Okay, all right, next. Shh, pay attention. I'm nearly finished. Next, is my Swatch. Very colourful watch. I've been loving this lately. I recently just got it back, like literally yesterday, from Jewelers, because the strap, when I bought it, the strap was too big for me. I had to get it adjusted, and when they took a couple of these links out, and it was still too big for me. So what I did was pay attention. What I did was I had like a sort of a thing that came with another Swatch I have, where you can change the strap. So I used it's like a little pin, and you push the things out and change the strap. I used it on this, and I changed it myself. But the thing was, like, there's almost like a little rubber stopper that keeps it really, the little metal pins really tight, and I couldn't get the rubber stopper back in, so I had to go back to the Jewelers and say, I tried to do it myself because it wasn't quite big enough, but they fixed it for me, and they didn't charge me any extra, so that was really nice. And I just love the colour. I took this on holiday with me to Italy, and it really cheered me up, because actually sometimes I would get very stressed during my travels because we were travelling around a lot, but this watch just made me feel so joyous and happy. And I'm glad to have it back, because the pin was very loose and it was actually breaking sometimes as well, so I'm glad I can actually wear it now. And the actual name of the watch is Yellow Joy. They did a series called Colours of Joy, and it's like discontinued now, but you might be able to find it secondhand or so. But yeah, I'm just happy with the one anyway. So yeah, and I love that you can sort of see inside it. It does sort of glow in the dark. I think the hands glow in the dark. Yeah, and here there's the little links that the jeweler took out that were too big. So there's got a little bag there, and this is the box. This is the box. It's the same colour as the watch. Same colour as the watch. So. And I did a Swatch collection video. You can watch that as well. Just search for that. That's the inside where the watch goes, and it's white. And it's sort of the writing splits like that. So yeah, that's it. So I'm loving that watch. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish there. So those are some of the things I've been loving.